Good morning, Wilmington. What's happening? I'm your main man, Big Ive, the talk of the town, Mr. DETV, and I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Vincenza, and good morning, Wilmington.
You ready?
Wow, you look so handsome this
Girl,
morning.
you see how I do it? Boom, bang, pop.
I love this number.
I'm trying to tell you. And we're matching.
And
We're
we
matching.
did not plan this.
Didn't plan it at
We
all.
did not plan this. We decided, we showed up, and we're like, you're gonna look all right, we're gonna look all right, and this is what we came to the table with.
And but outside of us, we have two other individuals here that look marvelous. Our own Kaylynn Pride and Matt Ford.
Good morning.
Morning.
Happening.
This is the first time we've been all on the couch together.
I feel like we got like getting the band back together. You know?
Right.
All right.
Oh, yes.
What instrument do you play?
I'm the piccolo player. So this is episode, we're going to take a look back at our favorite interviews of 2022. And we are joined by these wonderful, wonderful folks.
Yes.
It's day after Christmas.
Yes.
I want to know, how was your Christmas?
It was fantastic. I actually just, stayed home, chilled with my parents. I got a lot of money for Christmas. So.
You see how she did that, Matt? I got a lot.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt. Do it. Do it, Matt. Do it. Come on, Matt.
Is that how we did it?
You gotta
You
money.
gotta kill him with
That's
the
the
shoulders,
Italian.
man.
We got the
Kill him
I can't. Matt, what did you get for Christmas?
I actually just flew back from Vegas yesterday morning.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
in Vegas for the week. Yeah,
How was
so
that?
It was very fun. It was fun. It was all festive and it was great. Yeah, it was
Okay.
nice.
I'm sure it was much needed.
It was
getaway.
nice. Yeah, it was a very nice getaway.
Did you gamble?
So just a little bit. I'm not a big gambler. We went to see a lot of shows and things. Had great food, which was great. And we took a drive to Sedona actually for a day.
Nice.
It was really nice.
All right,
really
you had a
relaxing. It
ball.
was fun. Yeah, it was so much fun.
How about in the Italian household?
Yeah,
What you do, Vin?
So we ate so much food. If you're ever coming
As us
over my
Italians
house,
do.
Right.
you're eating.
Right.
So we just ate all day. We relaxed, which was so nice to just relax and spend time with family. You all know how much I love spending time with my family. I treasure all the time that I spend with them. And we just ate food all day. We opened up Christmas gifts and I got a lot of clothes, so I was happy.
It was the normal Christmas and
Yes.
the caveat here was so out.
Right. And what about
Yeah,
Choco?
It's all about Maddie, okay? And no one exists but Maddie and the damn dog,
Rightly so.
right?
Rightly so.
So Maddie got everything she wanted.
I'm sure she was so happy.
Yeah, she got her YouTube page, a little vlogging camera and everything.
Aww.
So she's all ready to go.
Content creator. Like
Content,
somebody
we
else we
started
know,
young.
right?
Following in the footsteps.
Starting them young. All right, so we're here. 2022 is just about to wrap up.
Yes.
And I want to know, we'll start with you, Vincenza. All
right.
Your
So-
favorite episode in 2022.
Wow. Okay. So this was tough. So this was definitely tough. So best of 2022. I mean, when Najee, our producer, told us we had to pick, our favorite interviews,
Yes.
I thought that was quite difficult because I was truly inspired throughout 2022. Again, very blessed to be here for over 1 year.
Yes,
Very
yes.
grateful for that, to be a part of the DETV family. But just to select one interview was truly difficult because I was not only inspired, educated, I was truly moved by all the incredible capeless superheroes, as we like to put it, capeless superheroes that we had on the show. So if I had to pick one of the many, I would have to say my favorite segment, because we did dedicate an entire segment to this individual, was the Tim Qualls
That was a good
segment.
show.
That was a good show.
Yes, we had so many
Enjoyed
incredible
watching that.
people joining us for that particular show, but honoring Tim Qualls, which I thought was,
It was
I mean,
touching.
It was emotional, it was touching, but it was, it was truly inspiring to so many because he paved the way for all of us
Right.
here in Delaware.
Yes.
And it was just something that I truly appreciate, and I thank Najee and the entire team for coming together and bringing Tim, and we surprised him, right? Which I was surprised that day, but he was even more surprised because we brought on so many special guests and honoring him.
You have history with Tim.
Yes.
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh gosh, let's see. So Tim has always believed in me, and I appreciate that. For those, the support system to all of us
Yeah.
is truly important as you grow in your career and follow your dreams. And Tim has always believed in my journey and supported everything that I've done throughout the community. When I co-founded my nonprofit literacy organization called Success Won't Wait, he brought me on the show, and he gave me a platform to speak on that.
Right.
And then when I became Miss Delaware USA, he also brought me on the show, and he gave me opportunities to go out in the community, and he would send out a camera crew and allow me to take that footage and document it. And at the time when social media wasn't even
There. Right.
I look back at that time, and I was so grateful for those moments that he would send out a video crew for me to just document the event that I was hosting or the event I was at and I was supporting. So truly ahead of his time.
I have to say I remember that day because I was in charge of keeping all the guests in the lobby area so that we could, surprise him, make sure he didn't, know anything before he was supposed to and all of that. But it was a great day. But I think it's interesting because he was doing a lot of the things back then that you're currently doing, guys, for our community with media, putting people, nonprofits, organizations on the map, letting our state know what's going on. So I think that was a really great episode. It was a really great way for DETV to honor someone who was doing what you're doing now.
Right.
It was touching when it was watching you direct everyone in and watching Kaylynn was going everywhere. She was like, okay.
Yeah.
But she did it well, and as she was doing it, you could see Tim's face light up. When we brought Tina Betts in, and we're talking about interviews that were 25 years ago.
Yeah.
A little bit longer than that.
Yes.
And they all remembered everyone was remembering, and Dave Typeri came out. It was awesome just to watch. And you're right, he paved the way. And you see a lot of young people not giving the older people their flowers.
Yes.
But no, we're doing that here. He paved the way. He was doing it for years before anyone was even thinking about it.
Very true.
So you got a video for us?
Yes, I do. So check out this video, special segment, Tim Quells.
I've told you that at the beginning. I love life. I love people. There's not a lot, and my wife, my current wife, she hears that a lot from people. And I never looked at it that way. I mean, the cameras come on, I'm the same guy that I am. I see different people, they go into roles and they become Tim Quells is Tim Quells, and this is what
I could bank on that.
Yeah.
My dad used to say I could take that to the bank.
Yeah.
When we acquired the station in 2019, about 3 weeks later, Tim walked in. Right, he walked in with a big book under his arm, and he said, "Ivan, I don't know you, but I'm proud of you. I've been watching what you've been doing, and I'm here to help."
Sounds like
and it sounds like Tim. And where I'm from, you're always skeptical about someone, right? But Tim just disarmed me, and you could just tell he's just a great guy.
Yeah.
And he reached out over the years. And that's why we're doing this, Tim, because we wanted to say thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank you.
you know what I mean?
Yes, thank
Thank
you.
you.
So much to all of us,
Yes.
man.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I wouldn't have known them because of you. You know what I mean? And I'm speaking on behalf of Delaware. You put a lot of people that were doing stuff in the dark right under the light.
Yes.
And it was the Tim Quells light. And we just wanted to say thank you, bro.
Well, I appreciate it, but there was a lot of people behind the scenes.
Yes. It takes a village.
Yeah, we had a lot of people behind the scenes. In fact, Dave Reinert, Baps, as we referred to him, he's still with me to this day.
Nice.
He's still my editor. Jimmy Biggs, who started with, I was in business for about 3 years, and I found Jimmy at the same car lot was my first car lot that I sold. Now, you got to remember, I brought people.
How many car lots did you do in your career?
We figured it up one time, and I decided I'm going to stop doing them at 25.
Oh my gosh.
And that was on a regular. But the thing about the car lots, people didn't understand. The car lots paid
Pay the bills.
paid for everything, all these type of shows as well. We had some sponsors on it. I mean, the club scene was brought to you by Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, but not enough to cover the show,
Right.
and things like that. But the car lots, I'm not like, if I was like your normal businessman and stuff and not, I just wanted to keep going and going and going, I'd be retired now with millions in the bank. I truly would, but I didn't. Money wasn't the issue. Never has been the issue. You know, I like helping people. I still do it. You know, my wife gets kind of upset with me because I go do things, and she said, "They paying you?" I'm like, "No, not really." You know.
Well, I have to ask this because Vincenza, today you're on that side, okay?
Right.
Because you're not my host today.
He's throwing me on that side.
He's throwing you on that side because you were also a guest on the Tim Cross Show. What was that experience like for you? Coming fresh, just winning the title. Had a lot of people winning titles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
What was that like for you?
And I appreciate you asking that because that was probably one of my first TV interviews. And I had no aspirations of being on television or being a TV host. It wasn't even a thought because I'm like, I never thought I could do it. I just started competing in pageantry and I competed for many years. And you always supported my nonprofit. I co-founded a nonprofit literacy organization when I was 18 years old called Success Won't Wait. Remember? Success Won't Wait. It's 20 years now. Right. I'm still promoting literacy throughout the state and the tri-state area and obviously nationwide. But you always gave me an opportunity to get the message out. And when I became Miss Delaware USA, which was a dream come true for me, Tim was obviously, you have to be on the show. You were my first TV interview, and I was so excited. It was probably one of the best opportunities throughout my reign to be on television, being interviewed as Miss Delaware USA, being able to promote my platform. So you gave me that opportunity, but you also opened up a door.
I want to do this.
That I could do this. I could be on television. I really enjoyed the experience. So it was something that I'll always treasure. And you never stopped supporting me and every other title holder that would win. And I really appreciated that.
But you guys were there for me too. You know, when I needed some beauty to bring the ratings up. I could call Vincenza and she'd have me 10, 15 of the.
What do you need? Well, you also gave me an opportunity to host some events. I would partner with nonprofit organizations throughout my reign and even after my reign, and I would host fundraisers. And I would call Tim, "Hey Tim, can you bring a camera crew? Let's get the message out." He would send a camera crew, and you never charged.
Yeah, I remember some of the.
And I appreciated that.
I forgot all about that. I remember some of the things.
You would send a camera guy out. You would let me host. That was experience. That was hands-on experience that I was able to put on my resume.
It helped to look at the station.
I'm with you, bro. I get you. Trust me, I totally understand. We got about 5 minutes left. Did anyone want to have a special message for the young seasoned guy here?
Well, I would like to say that on behalf of my entire family, my husband Fat Rick for Fat Rick's Barbecue, my son Damon Betts, whatever band he was in at the time, God bless him, and of course me and the city of Wilmington for all of the support that you've given for 30 plus years. Thank you very, very much.
I'm just, I'm in tears here because these are very close friends, and I was never the type. It wasn't a favor. You didn't owe me nothing, Ivan. That's other than Dave Tiberi.
Why are you picking on you so much, Dave?
Jokester.
Dave helped me with not only being there for me, but being an example of what a man should be. Okay? That's what Dave always meant to me. Right. Because when he said to me what he said to me about the barn, but there's other things too. We won't get into all of them, but Dave always showed me what a man should be. Now we he can wear whatever clothes he wants. That's his business, but but he really did. And it's hard to find a Christian way today. Right. And I know some people aren't Christians, and I'm fine with that. If you've heard about the Lord Jesus Christ, you've heard the story, it's your decision. But he showed me that I needed to be more of that than what I was. Understood. And so that's what Dave brought into my life,
Yeah, Dave does that too.
Yeah. Did I make him cry yet?
He's on his way. Because Dave hits me with scriptures like every other morning. I got that phone call too. Hey, who the heck is this? It's 6 a.m.
But he will, if he's a friend of yours, he's a friend of yours,
Yes.
and he wants you to find a way. So that's what I get from Dave. And Vincenza, I can't say anymore. She was always there for me. Tina was always there for me, and this young lady here, I'm just so happy for you. And Gina, she was, the People's Festival. It doesn't get any better than that other than jazz. but to have that going on, and of course everybody knows our reigning champ. But this is just a few of so many people that are involved.
That was
Amazing.
awesome.
Yes.
That was awesome. Did you see how touched he was?
Yeah.
He wanted to cry. I think I saw the tear.
I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I felt like it just happened.
I told you, it was just truly an inspiring and moving segment honoring his legacy.
Right.
And that's really what it was, honoring Tim's legacy. And I'm so grateful that we were able to do that here on DETV for Good Morning Wilmington.
Whose idea was that?
Thank you,
That was Najee's idea,
It was
wasn't it?
definitely Najee's
Yeah.
idea.
Shout out
Yeah.
to you.
Yes.
Super producer.
Yes.
Yes, love Najee.
Yeah.
All right, so another thing we need to mention is that when you're not around and when I'm not around,
Right.
we have the dynamic duo that
We're
steps
around.
in and covers for us. So we
Yes.
always have to make note. You guys have been incredible, like just our guest co-hosts
Yeah.
for Good Morning Wilmington, but you just dive right in.
Thank you.
Effortless. I mean, it's just always an incredible show, whether it's with one of us or you have to fill in for both
Both
of
of us,
us.
right.
So
It does
thank
happen.
you
It does happen.
for making sure that the show continues to be a success, even when we're not able to be here. So
Yeah.
Thank
without
you.
the two of you being there for us, this wouldn't be where it is today. So
Yeah,
thank
you guys rock. You guys, yeah.
I really appreciate what you just said. I think me and Matt, me being the producer of DETV News and Matt being the anchor, we kind of already established this dynamic where we're more than just kind of coworkers. We're actually like friends
Good
in real
friends,
life.
yeah.
That's good.
And I
It's true,
think
yeah.
that kind of
It
comes
shows.
out when we host, especially together.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
Right.
I get on Matt a lot, and I think I kind of do that in the show. It makes it a little bit.
You gotta have the right,
The
exactly.
banter is a little bit,
Right.
But no, it's always a great time with
We have a great
Matt.
time. We go out, and,
Yes.
different places and
Mm-hmm.
try different things, and it's just a really good chemistry. I feel like we have, and I really enjoy.
That chemistry
being here
not like
with you.
ours. No, I'm just messing. I'm messing.
I mean, I do appreciate that we vibe on
Yeah.
camera so well.
But that's a
Ivan,
big
but when,
thing.
but when
Yeah.
you're not here,
Oh, they
one
kill
of
it.
them-
They kill it.
fell
I would
so
They
say
kill it.
well.
that's also just important with talk shows or when you
Gotta
have
have that balance.
co-hosting going on, the dynamics between the two, it has to work out. It has to work. So whether it's me and Chens or me and you, Ivan, or Matt and Chens or you and Ivan, whatever, it always kind of works out at the end of the day. And
Yes.
we've definitely done a lot this year, both in studio and outside. You
Yeah.
know, Juneteenth, whatever else we've been.
Right,
It's been a lot.
We're
A
everywhere.
lot going on.
We really are.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking I'm about to shed a tear, right?
Aw.
Because like it's working.
Yes.
Certainly is.
Like we have done something.
Yes.
And formed relationships and friendships with each other in a place that hasn't existed in a very, very long time. So just to watch you two like sit here and watch you three sit here, and I'm like, oh my God, this stuff is really working.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when some people walk away from work or leave work and they have something to do, and they're like, I wonder who's filling in for me. And I don't have to worry about that with you guys, with you three.
very nice.
You guys really jump in head first and kill it. And the audience loves you guys.
Aw.
Very nice.
I remember I looked at the numbers of like the show that they hosted. I was like, oh, they need their own show. like, oh my God, because you can tell.
Good sound.
Yeah, that's a
We
good sign.
like having a bit of fun.
We
Me
do,
and Matt,
yeah.
we play games. We have morning tea.
Morning tea.
That was my favorite. Who came up with that
I
idea?
think it was all of us. When we do it, we kind of like to collaborate with our producer.
Put our own
Raj,
ideas
but
in, yeah.
We want to just, make it.
I felt like I was
Fun.
watching like something like Wendy Williams.
Yeah, there we
Like
go.
y'all went to the dust and then y'all went back to like
Right.
How
morning
you
tea.
doing?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. That's
Yeah.
so funny. Well, I have to make note that the way we are on camera is the way we are off camera.
Oh, for
Yes,
sure.
absolutely.
We're like
No, she's
this.
a bully. She's
No,
bully.
she is
Kaylynn is a
not.
bully. Kaylynn walks around the studio, and I think we have film of that. Do we have film of that? Like with her rollers in her hair.
Okay.
And she,
Okay, yes.
and she's like, you know what, Matt, you are horrible.
No.
Roll that film.
No way.
I'm
no
joking.
Way, no way. Well, we have to definitely talk about our favorite interviews because
yes.
I already made mention of mine.
Right.
But Kaylynn,
Okay.
I know you had so many incredible interviews when you
did.
guest co-hosted
Yes.
Good Morning Wilmington. Could you narrow it down to one?
Narrowing it down to one. Oh, goodness. Okay. I have to choose Stephanie Boateng. So she is a local artist and a friend of mine that we brought on for our first
I think it was the
show,
first
our very
one.
first
Yeah.
show.
Okay.
And we actually went to the Delaware Contemporary to view her exhibit. It was called Smile. It was absolutely amazing. It was where she made these 3D life-size portraits of 6 feet tall portraits of Black women smiling. And it's gorgeous. She, like, for the hair, she uses different things. She had
and each one had its own theme.
Each one had its own theme. There was different, like, flowers
Incredible.
or fruits or certain things, but it was absolutely gorgeous. And I think it's important to highlight the talent that we have here in the first state. There's a lot of unknown talent here, okay? And you don't hear a lot about, Black female artists, actual artists that are really putting in the work. And she's very young at that to have her own exhibit inside a museum fresh out of college. It was just great. And I think that was my absolute favorite interview.
And we walked in that exhibit and our jaws dropped.
Yes,
It was
I wasn't
amazing.
expecting that.
It was incredible.
Like, I saw it on social media because I follow her, but when we walked in, it was like,
whoa, this is real. Right? This
like
is...
it was like as big as the monitor. Like, that's how big her pieces are. And it
And she's so down to earth. She's so
Absolutely.
humble. It just, it couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Yes, yes. So check out this interview of Stephanie Boateng.
So the exhibition is called Smile, and it is an exhibition of 9 paintings, really large paintings. They range from 5 feet to 7 feet, and they are all of beautiful, smiling Black women. And they're all 3D, which is really cool. They all have their own little theme. Like Lily has lilies and lemons, and Holly has beautiful holly and poinsettias and all those crazy things. But yeah, so it's just a beautiful exhibition of smiles, and that's all I really, really wanted. I wanted to share a smile with people, really make people smile, and encourage people to share a smile with others.
Yeah.
Something when we were walking through, the thing that I kind of took our eye immediately was that all these smiles are there, and there's not 2 that are identical, right?
Right.
They're all the same, and you highlighted everyone's unique smile. So sometimes you think smile and it has to be, perfect and symmetry and so white and everything, but it shows everyone's like beautiful imperfections in a way and what makes them unique. And I think that caught our eye when we walked through it.
It did, most definitely. I think what caught my eye the most was that the portraits that you made, they look like real people, like all the crevices, the dimples, the freckles, anything. It was just so realistic, and it showed all of their imperfections, as Matt said, not just their smile, but just them, period. And that's what made it beautiful. So I had to commend you on that because I thought that was beautiful. But to me, the most unique part was their hair.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
And hair is everything as a Black woman.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I change my hair every 2 to 3 business days. So I really wanted to showcase that in the best way possible. And I did that mostly with really cool 3D objects.
Yes.
So like we were talking about the cake and Mocha, the one that looks like a chocolate bar, she just has a nice little afro, and I really like just kind of showing the different ways that, we wear our hair, but exaggerate that and bring some life into it with flowers and glitter and and rhinestones or anything that really makes us smile.
I love that, Matt. What was your favorite?
So I think, I was going through them, and I think obviously there's the one large mural, and I would say the one, I don't know, I forget the name of the...
With the 4 faces?
Yeah, with the 4.
Yes, that one is
like
called
length.
Daughters of Joy.
That I think we have to take out of when we say the favorites, because that's that takes up a whole long.
It does.
That's fair, but I think mine was Honey. I think my favorite was Honey. I think I surprised you when I told you that.
Yeah.
When you would ask me my favorite, I think my favorite was Honey.
Those were amazing.
I'm ready for her next one.
Was it like? What did it feel like being inside there?
It was jaw dropping.
It wasn't. And we were in there for hours, and time just flew.
It did.
Just talking to her and just asking her questions about each of the pieces.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It was absolutely incredible.
I want to say that was the highest watch that you guys did was with her.
No, it actually wasn't.
What was the highest watch?
Well, I wanted to. It was actually the Monty Taylor interview.
Oh, Big Brother.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one got us a lot of controversy.
We did get some controversy on that one.
Because a lot of people have a lot of mixed emotions about him.
Okay.
From the show, and he is a Delawarean, so that's why we wanted him on the show.
Oh, yes, right. I remember that blowback. Not blowback, but people were immediately responding.
Yes.
Have you watched Big Brother, or have you watched it?
Yeah. Vincenza was on it.
Those fans are hardcore.
Yes, they are.
They
They're
are
dedicated.
diehard.
They're dedicated.
So they're dedicated and they're passionate.
Yeah.
It showed.
That's another word for angry.
Yes, they follow the live feeds.
Yes.
I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I love watching Big Brother throughout the summer, and
It's
even
definitely a guilty
Celebrity
pleasure,
Big
right?
Brother
Right.
is
Yes.
so much fun. I don't have time for the live feeds, but there are definitely a huge fan base that watches the live feeds, and they're very supportive and very opinionated. And they had a few choice words, but that's okay. We were able to feature a Delawarean that was in the spotlight.
Yes.
So I was very excited that you were able to feature
Yes.
Monty Taylor.
Yes.
But let's just dive back to Stephanie real quick.
Yes.
You mentioned something
I did.
that I really appreciated. And when you said that Delaware has so much talent from all walks of life. And I felt like that highlighting her was something that was not just so important, but also the fact that she competed in pageants.
She did. That's how I first met Stephanie, actually,
Yes.
through the Miss Delaware Scholarship Organization. That's how I
So
first met her,
awesome.
and her talent was it was speed painting. So she'd speed paint the painting upside down in 60 seconds, and then flip it over, and it's an entire
What?
yes,
Beautiful artwork.
Oh, she tough.
Oh, she's tough,
Very talented. Very
tough.
We need to bring her back in.
Yeah,
I want to see that.
It's funny
speed painting.
because we actually wanted. So fun fact, we actually wanted her to do that here for that show originally, but with all the paint, she didn't, the timing, but we should have her back
Next year, for sure.
2023.
Yes.
Stephanie, I hope you're watching.
Right.
Yes.
Come back, because she can do it.
Okay.
Okay, we just need a mat, protect the floors.
Protect the floor.
You know,
That's paint. At the end
protect
of
the
the day,
floors
that's
and
paint.
everything. But she can literally do
Okay.
Picasso
Oh, I love it.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
With music.
with music.
Okay. I'm in.
The whole thing.
Bug me. I'm here. I'm here.
It's exciting. It's exciting. But moving on. I know we talked about Monty Taylor. Yes, we racked up 6.5K. I checked when we started.
Not bad.
For Monty?
For Monty on
Monty's.
DETV's YouTube
Yeah.
page. I didn't even look at the Facebook.
Right.
Not up there.
Okay, but it was definitely up there. But Matt, I want to talk about you now. What was your highlight of the year, your best of show? What's your pick?
It was tough, as Vincenza was saying. It was a lot to choose from. Even we fill in from time to time, but we also had a lot of great guests that we interviewed. So I believe it was from the same show as Monty, but many people know Aunt Mary Pat around this area. Yeah, and she has she's been here now 2 or 3 times, a friend of the show, and I think she's done a lot, not just for the LGBTQ plus community, but I think expanded that audience to just every color, every creed, just can just go and enjoy her and kind of find a part of themselves into her comedy show that she does. Yeah. So we have had her on here, and then Troy, who portrays her, has come on as well. And when she was here earlier in the year, she promoted her tour. Yeah. I don't think you had met Anne-Marie Pat at that point, right?
She came in. I was like, okay.
Came in all dressed up.
I was like, wait a minute.
In her, I think she was wearing her bikini outfit.
She was wearing her
What episode?
It was our 4th of July.
4th of July episode, yeah.
4th of July. She had on the big wig with the bikini shirt.
I think her Eagles purse that she had on,
Right.
She had just come back from working at the Acme. And she was there, right? Yeah.
She so funny.
Just really a hoot.
It was funny.
If you have a chance to check her out, she is on a Christmas tour now, I believe, if it hasn't wrapped up yet. But she's always touring.
Yes.
I know she'll come back and see us. So take a look at Aunt-Mary Pat visiting us early this year here on Good Morning Wilmington.
Okay, yes, the body is giving. It's us. It's snatched.
I always say dress for the body you want, not the body you got. That's what I do.
Amen to that. I love I absolutely love that.
So now, Kaylynn has not been to an Aunt-Mary Pat show. So I had to give her a little Aunt-Mary Pat Delco education.
Yes.
So what can she expect when I drag her to the next show?
Yes.
So when you come out, you can expect a good time. We love to party.
I love to party.
Blend music and comedy, and that's really what it's all about, is giving people a break from their daily life so they can laugh, have a good time, relax, and I hope to do that every show.
I love that. I love that. And so tell us a little bit about your tour.
So it's the Down the Shore and More Tour. It's a 5th year doing it. We bring just that summer fun, comedy, lightness to the area. And we're going all over. So we just kick back off again. We go until Labor Day. So you can hopefully come out and have a good time and, just forget about stress for a little bit.
And now, obviously you tour here locally in the greater Philadelphia area, but you don't limit yourself to that. You've been in the West Coast. Where else?
Yes, I've been to LA, San Diego. We go to Florida, up to Boston and Michigan, and we've gone all over. I'm just really excited to bring Philly, Delco, Wilmington to people here and beyond.
So how do they take the Delco accent?
People follow me online, so they kind of know what I'm talking about. I get a lot of messages from people that say, I can't understand a word you're saying, but I think it's hilarious, and that's all you can do. But we just try to, have an educational part in it too. So you don't order a glass of water, you order a glass of water.
Right, exactly, water, exactly.
It's water.
W-O-O-D-E-R.
Water, everyone. Okay, this is an educational lesson here, okay?
Kaylynn, I also, for the diehard Aunt-Mary Pat fans know this, but touring isn't Aunt-Mary Pat's only job. She also has a 9-to-5.
Okay.
Yes. So I do work 9 to 5 at the Acme. So you can catch me there working the customer service desk. Don't like it, but it pays the bills. And then when I clock out, I go on tour. So.
So you just have a busy.
Well, I'm on a PTO day right now, so please don't let my boss know.
We're not saying Jim, right?
Jim de Blasio,
yeah. And last time you were also here, you talked about you have like a frenemy, I believe, at work. Tell us about her.
She's probably watching. Dawn, you know who you are. Yeah, she knows what she did. Last time she stole my Bon Jovi CD. I'm still not over that.
It wasn't good. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay. So Matt has told me quite a lot about you. I heard you have 3 rules at your show.
So yes, we have 3 rules. I don't know if I can say one on TV, but don't be a friggin' a-hole. Okay. Party. Yes. Lighten up and always say thank you.
Always.
We have the most famous person in the room. It's not me. It's the bartender. You got to be good to your bartender, or you're not going to have a good night.
Yep.
I absolutely agree with that.
And as I always say, tipping is not a county in Pennsylvania. Put that on the paper or keep it moving.
That's right. That's very true. All right, so what y'all think of Aunt-Mary Pat?
Aunt-Mary Pat is freaking hilarious.
Yes.
The Acme. I'm every time I ride by Acme, that's all.
But it's funny because she actually has like a huge following.
Yes.
She's been on Acme commercials. They have her on Acme commercials.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. No joke. Yeah.
Does she do something with Wawa?
Oh yeah, she loves her Wawa.
The Wawa
hoagies. She gets her smokes and cokes, is what she calls it.
Huge following.
Oh my goodness. Huge.
Hilarious.
Absolutely.
And you said the tour? She's
doing a holiday tour now and then does a summer tour, so I'm sure she'll be back.
Okay.
Be back next year. We'll have her on and heaven knows what you'll talk about.
Oh my gosh, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So Ivan, I believe you're up.
Oh,
You've had a lot of interviews this year. If you had to pick,
we had so many.
So many, even outside of Good Morning Wilmington.
Yeah.
You
You've
are
had
nonstop.
specials?
You're
Yeah.
unstoppable.
I can't
You know
stop.
I tell you that.
Yeah, I can't
You're
stop.
unstoppable.
I have no off button. That's
No,
the problem.
no.
I was in California and I'm sitting there meeting people and I'm automatically in interview mode. Like,
Right.
damn, I wish I had my camera.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, I have no off. I think my favorite episode, I have two, but I'm gonna just talk about one. Dave Tiberi. No, I'm talking about three. Dave Tiberi, The Day of the Dead was real surprising to me. There was a lot of information. What is how you pronounce his last name?
Is Bayeto.
Bayeto. That was awesome. But my favorite was Reach Riverside with Logan Herring and Dee Reed because they're rebuilding.
Yes.
It was so sentimental because Logan comes in the work group and they're doing some great stuff with Kingswood, Reach Riverside in the Teen Warehouse. And then he hires Derek Reed, the young developer that is from the same neighborhood that they're rebuilding. So it was just touching to see and a great way to just see how to give back and to give back to your community. You know? From once I grew and now I grow. You know what I mean? I just made that up, man.
That was very good.
Hey, come on, bars.
And I love that.
Bars.
And I love that they have all, and including you, have all been friends for such a long time.
Yes.
And now that you are all in your respected careers, thriving, you're coming together and more power and unity, right?
Yes.
And I love that everyone is coming together to make a difference in the community, in the neighborhood, to only make Delaware greater.
Yes.
All the love needs to stay here in this state.
And I think
We make love. We make Delaware better together.
Yeah.
And that's white, black, Hispanic, gay, straight, whatever, together. Like when you look at this couch right now, you see a plethora of different people with different backgrounds, with different beliefs.
Yes.
But we're here because we love. And that's what makes Delaware awesome. So if you can get anything from this show or any takeaway from this show, take away how 4 individuals from 4 different lifestyles, 4 different backgrounds came together to make this happen. And I'm talking about our crew too. So yeah. All right. Now that the more message is out the way, message. All right. Take a look at my favorite interview with Logan Herring and Dee Reed of Reach Riverside.
That's what it's all about, is lifting each other up. So he's talking about reach and reaching back, and the community's new name is going to be Imani Village, and that's something that I came up with because Imani means faith, and it takes a village to raise a child. So we put them both together. It's a beautiful thing, and so I really hope the community. I know the community will buy in to the culture that we are trying to restore, because Riverside, when you were growing up, it was a place where a lot of good people got their start.
Yeah,
like this man right here.
Yeah. And you say Imani, it's for the community. It's like, but it's built by the community as well. Yeah. And I'm so just proud. Like you said, you got chills of your man that Deontay. Like, wow. Yeah. You ride by and you see him, and you ride by and you see Derek, and it just does something. Because I remember during the pandemic, we met him, and he said if it wasn't for the work group, or I would be locked up or killed, along with my other friends that I grew up with. How did you get from being a barber, right, to being owning a construction company? As a matter of fact,
Mean Body Fitness opens this Sunday. She's a fitness trainer, so she opened Mean Body Fitness. So we have the grand opening, 700 Cornell Drive, this Sunday, 1 to 4. So
you can't stop now.
She was like, yeah, we met. We was holding hands on the stoop. And we've been together, no outside babies. Because it was just so authentic. You know what I mean?
So I think this guy, I'm telling you, he really put me in a good position. I think next week, we got to meet with the governor.
The governor's coming through.
We got to meet with the governor next week.
I'm happy for you, but I'm mad too because I got to change my barber. Yeah. So you got to have one
those houses over there for me to just run through, and while he developing, he can give brother a fade. So how do you go from that? How do you go from barber to construction?
Well, it's funny. My dad was in construction. He owned a construction company. You know the story. Mom and dad been together and then get divorced, and he's not there. But just the time that my dad, we was cool. The time he was there, he had such an impact on me and my brother for entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? And he had a construction company. What I like to do is try to fill the void of things that we need in our community. I mean, a lot of times minorities get bad names when it came to barbershops at one time, meaning that it was a haven for drug dealers at one time. So guess what? I opened up his image, which is all top notch and really professional. We used to get a bad name when it came down to construction on certain things. So guess what? I opened up trust, and it's called trust. So I want you to trust us and kind of rebuild that. So my thing is I try to fill the void, and change the narrative.
But it was a little different for the hair. Let's go back to the barbershop, the bad names, right? Yeah. You did something. You went and sat on the board, on the head of the cosmetology board for the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
And then you wanted to change that for a lot of people that look like us that couldn't get their license. So you was making moves back then.
Yeah, because they had restrictions at one time where you couldn't get barber license or salon license or styling license if you had certain felonies or certain things on your record. So they was giving people a second chance. So the only way you can make changes is not being away from the table. You got to be at the table. So what happened, I ended up joining the board, and then maybe like 2 or 3 years later, I became the president of the Board of Cosmetology and Barbering, where I was able to help change the rules and legislation for them to give reentry another chance. So you got guys getting out of jail who can't get jobs, and they're like, well, I can cut hair. Well, you can if you got this felony. So what we did was we took that list of all the rules and we narrowed it all the way down. The only thing we left on there is really things to protect our children against things like that. But for the most part, if you're getting out of jail or whatever, you can get your barber license now. At one time, it wasn't like that. So I actually helped change that so guys can actually get a second chance to get their barber license.
Derek, what don't you do?
Fly.
Fail.
Same question with you. What can't you do?
Fail. Inspiring.
It was, right?
Right, Ivan.
Right? It was fun, inspiring, and then just doing some dope stuff.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
I think I just have to say really fast, what Reach Riverside, the work group, what they're all doing for the community. It was my first this year covering a lot of that for the news.
You did, yeah.
I was there at the ceremonies, the events, camera in hand. It's amazing to see just how they're touching people in their community. And as Vin said, you all grew up together, and it's just so inspiring to see, you guys growing up in that community, and then now, successful within your careers and your different ventures, now wanting to give back. So I think that's great. And that's what I think Good Morning Wilmington is all about in the first place. I love that this show highlights the good that is happening here in Delaware. And I know that's your vision, 200% positive. I think that's great because so many people are able to really just get their ideas, get their passions out, but really show what they're doing in the community. And I think Logan and Dee Reed, they're all doing that same thing here.
Yeah. So we're good group. Good group.
Good
I
people.
love it. Well, we're running out of time, but how about we do this again next week?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
I love
Let's
this.
do it.
It's so much
Great.
fun.
I didn't even get to say my top, my number 2.
Okay.
Number
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
good one.
hold on to
I'll
that.
hold it,
Don't
though.
forget.
Okay.
Before
Got it.
we go, let's take a look at Ivan's greatest dance moves of the year.
remember that? Remember that? That was because of the macaroni and cheese.
It was the cheese and mac.
The cheese and mac.
Yeah.
So we're gonna give Ivan a moment.
We have some amazing octopus guacamole. We have some amazing octopus tacos. It's all about having fun. It's all about
Smoked turkey goes in. Of course, your collard greens go in. Dang.
Oh my God.
Ivan.
So with a little bit of we add some mezcal into it.
Oh damn.
Mezcal.
That right there?
I love that. And I taste the hints of orange.
Yes,
The hints of orange. And if you love collard greens, then you really will appreciate this dish.
Oh wow.
Between the two,
Oh wow.
between the two, wow. I mean, you're capturing all different flavors. And the fact that you're stepping out of the box, and I think that's what's most important.
With y'all?
You as well.
Okay. Is your man Ivan? You go ahead and close out if you want, Vincenza.
Great.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Ivan. Well, Ivan, you really are.
Yes.
It was fun. It was
Okay.
fun. And you come on, you never had any food that made you dance, right?
Oh,
It's
no.
Kaylyn's a dance instructor, so
I saw you this morning
class.
dancing. And matter of fact, I think we have a video of Kaylynn dancing in the Disney classics.
Yes. I'm a Disney
remember that?
fanatic, yes. I'll be in the studio while nothing's happening, put on some music. It'll probably be Disney Channel.
I saw you this morning in the car.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw
car
that.
dancing.
Yeah, she pulled up,
Okay.
parked, and
Was it Cheetah Girls?
Oh my
what
God.
was it?
No.
Was it Cheetah Girls?
No, it was throwback music, but it wasn't, no.
Dance for life.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yes.
If you like that, you'll definitely love our New Year's Eve show that Vincenza and I are hosting, so you don't want to miss that. New Year's Eve night, starting here on DETV. You can see it on all of our platforms. And I believe we're starting at 10 o'clock. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be, you want to see everyone else here. And it's going to be some artists, some music, some comedy. It's our own show, the Big Ivan Thomas second annual New Year's Eve show. So be sure to check that out.
I'm really excited to join you.
I'm glad, you're my girl. Boom.
Know
Make it
it.
happen. All right. What else we got? Is that
That's it.
Next week?
Yeah.
We're
do
gonna,
it.
we're gonna come back.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I wasn't finished.
Okay.
Yeah, me neither. I got a list too.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, everyone, please have a safe, happy New Year. If you're traveling this weekend, make sure you stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you have a designated driver. Utilize Uber, Lyft, all those, I guess you would say,
Ride shares.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ride shares. Please be safe. Make good choices, but also start thinking about your New Year's resolution. Let's get a head start on that, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week, but make sure you stay tuned. Next Monday, part 2 of Good Morning Wilmington, Best of 2022.
And we want to thank our sponsors that made this year possible for us. That is Dart Transit, Balance Strength and Fitness, and Wi-Fi Internet Services. We really appreciate you all, and I'm excited. Can we do it in one more year, y'all?
Let's do it.
That's one more year.
do it.
All right, have a happy, wait a minute, we got, boom. Have a happy and safe New Year from DETV and a beautiful Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, Kwanzaa, all that. Happy Hanukkah. We are here. That's it?
I think that's
Okay.
it.
That's it.
We are
covered it.
here, DETVCH.com, and we keep you posted on everything going on in Delaware.